This video lecture is concerned with cost calculation in Homework 15.5 and also the creation of a custom output report. The problem in 15.5 involves inventory analysis. So let's take a look at the user inserts. We've added the use of 5 more LL variables for lost sales, back orders, orders to suppliers, reviews of inventory, and lost sales. And you notice we've pound defined each of those so we can use the word rather than the global variable in calculation. The approach we've taken in order to collect this data and use it for profit calculation is to simply collect the data as it changes in the model. So for example, if we go through the code in this example, every time we have a sale, we increment sales by 1. So in this case, that's what we've done here. If in the demand event, if that demand results in a back order, that's incremented as well in the section of code that handles back orders, and similarly in lost sales, that's also incremented by 1. In the receipt event, this is where we may convert back orders to sales. So in that case, when an item is removed from the back order file, it gets counted as a sale of product. Otherwise, it's just a back order and doesn't get accounted for in sales until it actually occurs. In the review event, this is where we want to add up the number of reviews. So every time it's called, we increment reviews by 1, and we also increment orders by 1. And if an order is actually placed within the review event. Finally, down here at the bottom, let's kind of move this up higher so we can take a look at it. We'll look at the function OTPUT. This is automatically called by Awesome at the end of the simulation. So this is where we're going to produce a report in the intermediate results report using function SUOut. First of all, we calculate profit as a function of sales number of sales times the gross profit less the cost for each item minus some of a variety of costs. Back orders cost $10 each. So every time we have one, they're just a fixed cost. There's no time persistent cost with back orders. Every time we have one, it costs us $10. Orders to suppliers cost us $50. Reviews cost us $30. And lost sales cost us $20. So we've incremented or accumulated values for each of these, and so we fold those in the calculation of the profit at this point. We also want to look at the carrying costs for inventory. So inventory is collected in a time persistent variable, so we can get the average of the time persistent variable, TTAVG, times $40 an item. So we look at the average level of inventory times $40, which is the cost of the item, times $0.004 for every dollar of inventory that we have. Okay, and that's per week, so we want to multiply that times TTFIN, which is the total number of weeks at the end of the simulation, or 312. So that's the profit calculation, and then we set up a little report. We can put a header on it, use the \n to skip spaces. We can provide a header for all of the data for sales, back orders, reviews, lost sales, and profit. An underline, and then below that, since all of these are LL variables except for profit, we'll use the %D format. We've kind of scoped out this column headings and about 12 column increments. So we can print out each of these variables 12 characters wide. So we'll do that, except for the last one, which is profit, which we print out 12.2, which means we'll have 2 decimal points in a double or long floating point number. A few carriage returns at the end, and we're finished. We can take a look at the control model. This is, of course, where we collect information on stock. It's in timestats 2, so that's where we can use the average value to help calculate inventory carrying costs. When we run the model, we can look at the output report in the intermediate results section, and it'll be down here at the bottom. Move this up for you. So here's the profit calculation. I have all of the individual counts on sales, back orders, orders, reviews, and lost sales, as well as profit. And so this can be as ornate or elaborate as you want. Again, it all comes to this intermediate result report, and is fairly easy to set up. Okay, that's the end of the video lecture on output reports and profit or cost calculation in the inventory model.